Okay, let's talk again about the weed control program. So as I mentioned earlier, in this burn down application, this farmer used a combination of Roundup. He also had Verdict in the tank, which is a mixture of saflufenicil, sharpen, plus dimethenamide. So he's got two modes of action there that will be effective. And so he got really good burn down here, at least it appears that way. And we'll take a look at some of these plants in a minute. But it's a good strategy. He's using multiple modes of action. Now, these are going to be Roundup Extend soybeans, so he's going to have an option when he comes back with this post program. In talking to him, he was considering using Prefix, which is a metolachlor fomesafen combination with Roundup. Okay, so again, he's got some additional modes of action going out possibly in that early post treatment. Since they are Extend beans, he could come back with a dicamba combination with Roundup as an example. So he has that flexibility. If he wanted to add in some additional in-season residual, he could go with Warrant, which is your acetochlor product. So again, he's got some options here depending on what weeds come through after he's planted. So a little bit about the Marestail. I picked up a few of these from the border, and this is one that is actually in about that 2 to 3 inch range, and this is where we really want to be when we're making these early post or even these burn down applications. Now you'll see he actually sprayed some much larger weeds, and we'll see how effective that saflufenicil is in Roundup. Okay, this one is kind of in that 4 to 6 inch range, I would say. Again, within target, and we should, when we're spraying these size weeds, we're going to get pretty effective control. Now, I also have one here that looks to me to be about 6 to 8 inches. Now we're starting to get to that weed size where efficacy can be compromised. You'll see there are many that were this large, and they may appear to be controlled, but really we want to be targeting those 2 to 4 inch weeds that I showed you a minute ago. And then finally, this one is in that, I would say, 12 to 14 inch range, and we want to try to get our applications on before we reach this size. These really become difficult to control, and then will become a problem later on in season. So let's grab a couple of these here that he sprayed and take a look, see what we got. We have various weed sizes here. This one, I would say, is pushing outside that range. It's probably 6 to 8 inches tall. It appears like we got some pretty decent control. The stem is brown, although there is some green at the base here. Still pliable. Questionable whether that one will completely die or not, but it is definitely hurting for now. Now we have one here that, again, that's probably that 8 inch range. A lot of green in this stem. You see some brown, but a lot of green. I don't know if that'll survive or not, but time will tell. Finally, we have one here that is 14, 16 inches tall. You see a lot of brown in the stem here. It is still pliable, still green, as you can see. A lot of green still in that stem. This one, my guess, may start sprouting here. We'll have to watch and see what these axillary buds do, see if it starts to come out. Okay, so as I said, he's got a lot of options going post. He'll probably be planting this, I would think, in the next week to 2 weeks. We've had a tremendous amount of rain here, 12 inches of rain in the last couple of weeks. So he had to go back and replant a bunch of his corn, and now he's trying to catch up and start to plant the soybeans. But that's all I wanted to report from here. So we'll be back and we'll talk some more about Marestail down the road. Thank you.